Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by. My name is FM Jellico, and you're watching the Dafuge Challenge, Episode 13, with Enfield Town FC. Well, in our game against Margate, we got a little FM justice, which I want to show you now. Margate is in the blue and white. We are in our third uniform, a pink and gray color scheme that, I'll be honest, I am not fond of. But as you can see, it's about 91 minutes into the game. There were only 3 minutes of extra time here. I want to play this forward. Chidioze is tackled by Hunt. Monluis kicks it back to Morrison, who slides it up to Wakely. Ray lost a long ball to Ashton, who crosses it across to Moore, and Green Birch slots it in upper left. 91st minute goal. I think it went down as a 92nd minute goal. I'm going to pause it here because it goes back to the first goal scored. But as you can see, we won 3-2. Lucas Greenbirch had a hat trick. 10th minute, 45th minute, 92nd minute. Oddly enough, after doing some experimenting, it seems that it's OBS itself that is causing some of the issues with how the videos look. If I watch the game in 3D, it's fine. If I start recording on OBS, that's when it starts getting jerky. So there's got to be a setting somewhere that I am missing. Well, the good news is our stadium expansion has been completed. The bad news is, of course, it's going to take about 5 years to pay it off. But we had to meet minimum league requirements, and with this, we're able to. It looks like they also changed some of the seating arrangements. So hopefully we'll get a little bit higher income out of some of the seats now. That remains to be seen. We'll have to keep an eye on that. So, as you can see from this, we are playing Whitehawk today. Whitehawk was relegated out of the National last year. They finished dead last in that league. And they have a decent team, at least on paper. Okay, I've got the roster set. Let's get this underway. We are playing our 3-4-3, of course. Dauber in goal, Wakely, Upton, and Morrison as the defensive back three, Greeny, Ray, Dawson, and Odom as the midfielders, with Ashton, Moore, and Lucas Green-Birch as the strikers. Whitehawk is starting Huddart in goal, with Lewis, Cole, Huja, and Fowler as their defensive back four, Hogan as the defensive midfielder, with Vose and Beer as the midfielders, Smith and Marsh Brown as the wingers, and Andrade as the lone striker. We have Rawson, Hunt, Monlewis, Lewis, and Clayton on the bench, while they have O'Reilly, Bennett, Gallagher, Taylor, and Salter. This is going to be my personal bugaboo. This save is getting everybody on the right page. Switch this back to 2D. The kickoff. Whitehawk has the ball. Cole launches it forward. Andrade sneaks through the line. That's not good. Taken away. Dauber has it up to Wakely. And that ends. Now, our game against Margate was... Well, wait a minute. Beer with the corner kick in. Odom has it. Kicks it out to Ashton. Up to Moore. Sneaks by on the right, holds the ball up. Odom has it to Dawson. Moore has it. Off the deflection from Huddart. 4 minutes in, and we are ahead, 1-0. I got my replays on too fast. Let me slow these down here after this is over. 6 minutes in, we've already had 5 shots on goal, 3 on target. I'm liking this. Anyhow, against Margate, they played us tough. Yeah, I was happy with the draw, and then Lucas Green-Birch, who was here, slides over to Moore, blocked by Huddart. They had that goal I showed you at the beginning of the episode today. It was very nice. Odom crosses it in. Dawson has it outside the box. Holding it up, taking it backwards, back out to Odom on the right. Crosses it into Green-Birch, centers it, goes across. Morrison has it. Ashton somehow manages to kick it all the way out to the midfield line. Greeny has it. Odom again. Crosses it in. Back post kind of towards Ashton, but it bounces off the Whitehawk player and out. Ray with a corner kick in the traffic. Marsh Brown cleared it. Marsh Brown took it away from Odom, up to Andrade. Dawson takes it away. Greeny has it. Kicks it forward to Ashton, who has the ball. Go. Yes. Near post. Very nice. Greeny launches it forward. Ashton beats the Whitehawk defender. The goalie kind of falls down. I guess that was an okay effort, but I don't know. It's easy to see why Whitehawk got relegated last season. They are just not performing well. Beer has it, crosses it to Marsh Brown, who centers it in to Smith. Of course, I say they're not playing very well, and they come back with a goal. Moves to Smith to Beer, to Marsh Brown on the right. Yeah, not a lot Dauber could do about that. Checking the league table, I'm not seeing any real big surprises here thus far. I mean, yeah, we're only 2 games in. Halftime. Okay, everybody. I give up. I'm going to say that a lot when it comes to pep talks. Upton over to Wakely, back to Ray in the center. To Green-Birch, to Moore. Oh, Huddart got just enough on it to deflect it left. Odom with the cross in, right to Huja from Whitehawk. But Odom has it back to Dawson. He's going left, passes it back up to Greeny, back into Dawson. Greeny has it to Ray, who's on the left. Centers it in to Huja, but Huja kicks it out. Ray centers it in again. Green-Birch is there, but a Whitehawk player heads it out. Dawson with a long shot. Huddart saves it. Three long shots this game. That's... not quite sure how I feel about that, to be honest with you. 4 long shots. 60 minutes in. Let's take a couple players off here. Hunt is going to come on for Wakely. Rawson is going to come on for Green-Birch. "65 minutes down. 15 shots, 10 on target. Ray with a corner kick into the crowd. Odom has it. To Morrison. Oh, very nice. Looks like he caught it and just, with a nice first touch, turned around and kicked it in. Let's see. Odom Morrison stops it, sets, kicks it. Very nice. He doesn't score a lot, but when he does, they're usually pretty solid goals. Greeny with the throw into Ashton, to Dawson. Back to Ashton. Crosses it in. Dawson has it to Rawson. Hutter with the block. Odom with the cross in to Whitehawk. A Whitehawk player heads it out, but Dawson has it to Upton, who launches it forward to Ashton, who couldn't control it. Goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Ray with another corner. Dawson has it to Ray, to Hunt on the outside. Oh, he took a long shot. It was just wide right. We need to cut these long shots down. I mean, yeah, we've had 21 shots and 12 have been on target, but 6 have been long shots. 4 minutes left. Whitehawk with the corner in. Lewis with the goal. Off the set piece. Looks like most of my guys were just standing there flat-footed. Dauber launches it up. Rawson heads it to Cole. Moore takes away from Cole. Hutter deflected it just enough. Hunt. Moore. Hunt again. Kept ping-ponging out. And then it ended. The ball was still right in front of the goal. And the highlight ended. What's with that? Hunt launches it forward to Rawson. He tries crossing it, but it bounces off a Whitehawk player. He gives it to Odom, who sends it into Moore, who bounces it off another Whitehawk player. Hunt has it to Ray, to Greeny, to Ashton. A lot of nice first touch passing there. Moore to Dawson, to Odom, to Moore. Kind of threaded the crowd, but he lost it. Andrade has it for Whitehawk. 20 seconds left in the game. Morrison has it. Back to Dauber. Kicks it back up right to a Whitehawk player. Andrade has it, but Greeny takes it away when Andrade can't control it. Ray to Greeny. Crosses it to Rawson, who loses it. Foul of some sort. Rawson must have pushed off. And we win. That was a good, solid game for us. 27 shots, 15 on target, 58% possession advantage, 392 passes completed in our brand new stadium. That was really well done. Now watch, I'm going to tell the boys, well done. And only half of them are like, yeah, we agree, boss, that was really well done. Unreal. Okay, I've got Basingstoke Town and Havant and Waterloo to play offline. We will come back for the Maidenhead United game. Back in a bit. I have brought in another player. Harold Joseph is a central defender, also plays some defensive midfielder. He actually has a history with Enfield. As you can see, he had 2 stints with them when they were in the Ryman. He started 41 games last year for Gainsborough Trinity. Had a goal, 2 assists, a 6.68 rating, which doesn't exactly light the world on fire, but he's pretty solid for this level. Decent acceleration, good strength, decent pace and stamina, excellent concentration and decision-making and positioning for this level. Okay determination, good heading, good marking, good tackling. He's a backup, 275 pounds a week, and he's happy being a backup. And this is the big reason I brought him in. Throughout September and October, we have a bunch of matches that are they're not back to back to back. There's just not a lot of breaks between them, which means I have to keep a pretty rotated side going. He was the best option available at this point in time. I've got the scouts out looking if I can find one more player to add that can play, defensive center and midfield center or some combination thereof. Any player who can play more than one position, I'm definitely interested in. As you can see, finance-wise, we've still got money to spend. I guess it's a sign of our improving finances that I got an increase as to how much of the transfer revenue I could keep. It went from 5 to 20%. Not that I've sold anybody to bring in some transfer money as it stands. Well, I'm not quite sure what happened. The video I had of the recaps of the games I played after Whitehawk got corrupted somehow. Wasn't anything I did, I swear. But as you can see, we beat both teams. Against Basingstoke, we won 3-1. Dawson with a 10th minute goal. Wakely with a 24th minute goal. Mike Dixon put one back for Basingstoke in the 35th minute, but Ashton put it out of reach with a shot in the 67th minute. It was a nice 3-1 victory for us. Next up was our match against Havant and Waterlooville, and this was another solid win for us. Wakely had a 7th minute goal. Lucas Green-Birch had a brace, 15th and 51st minute goals. Montel Moore had an 80th minute strike. Mark Burke had a brace for Havant, 38th and 62nd minute goals. But technically we were better. We defended a lot better. That's one of the things that I'm really proud of the guys so far this season. We haven't kept a clean sheet yet, but the defense has really been pretty solid. I mean, everybody who's scored against us has earned them thus far. The other thing I wanted to point out is that for both of these games, I started a fairly rotated side. In the Basingstoke game, 4 of the players were backups. In the Havant game, 5 of them were backups. Some of the starters did come in at around the 60th or 70th minute in both the games just to kind of keep their match sharpness up. But both these wins came with teams that were decidedly weaker than our best starting 11. And that gives me a boost in confidence going into the rest of the season. So we've got the team set. Let's get underway. Maidenhead United is playing a 4-4-2 with Dearl in goal, Bernard, Chambers, Gallela, and Felix as their defensive back 4, Smith, Comwheat, Paxman, and Ajala as their midfield 4, with Hyde and Devlin as their strikers. We have Dauber in goal, Wakely, Thompson, and Upton as our defensive back 3, Greeny, Ray, Dawson, and Odom as our midfield 4, with Ashton, Moore, and Green-Birch as our strikers. They have Beauchamp, Dean Conta, Mully, Lethwaite, and Sterling James on their bench, while we have Mon Lewis, Morrison, Clayton, Rawson, and Hunt on ours. And in the intervening games between Whitehead and this one, I still can't get all the team to agree with me. I'm going to harp on that until I actually get everybody to agree with me. So Green-Birch with the kickoff to Thompson, to Wakely, who sends it forward to a Maidenhead player. Chambers to Paxman, to somebody, and it was kicked in, but it was wide right. Upton sends it up. Comley has it for Maidenhead. Hyde has it for Maidenhead, sends it back out to Paxman. Now, nice long pass to Smith, to Devlin. Off the woodwork. Woodwork save. Odom with the throw in to Ray. Back to Odom, who sends up a pass that's kind of in the direction of Moore, but was well off target. Dearl has it for Maidenhead. He's going to kick it forward. Upton heads it right to Comley for Maidenhead, who crosses it to Ajala. Devlin has it. Dauber with the save. Maidenhead's really on the attack. Paxman has it for Maidenhead to Ajala on the right. Cross in, Hyde, taken away by Upton, who sends it forward, but Gallela intercepts. Back to Paxman. Smith to Ray, intercepts it. Moore back to Ray, to Dawson, to to Green Birch out on the right. Tried crossing it in, but it bounced off Bernard. Sent it back to Comley. Back up to Devlin, who passes it to Hyde. Out to Smith on the left. Centers it to Paxman, who's going left. Brings it into Devlin. Slots it past Dauber. This is not going well for us, especially considering our form the last few games. We've been performing really well. And these were the guys I rested. Oh, there's the replay speed. Okay. Come on, guys. Odom with the corner kick in. Wakely. Durrell with a nice save. Durrell? We'll go with Durrell for now. He launches it forward to Upton. Upton headed it right to Maidenhead, who kicked it long to Devlin, who takes a shot, but it's a wide left. Well, we've kind of caught back up with him. 4 shots, 2 on target. We're the same on long shots. Everybody's just really not doing well, which I'm not understanding. They should all be rested and ready to go. They've all had playing time. Well, not all, but they've had playing time the past 2 games. They just haven't started. Devlin with the kickoff for Maidenhead. Bernard has it, sends it up to Smith, back to Comley, to Paxman, to Hyde, who loses the ball. Thompson has it, and that's the end of the highlight. Chambers has it from Maidenhead to Smith, who centers it to Paxman. Long ball to Ajala on the right. Crosses it in. Hyde has it. Back post, but it was wide left. Oh, crap. Ashton just got injured. Hopefully it's not too serious. We'll be 50 minutes in. We'll go another 10 minutes and see what happens. What does he have? Potential upper body injury. Okay. Yeah, we're going to make another substitution here. Looks like the whole team is averaging a 6'4". You know what? We'll bring Clayton in for Green. Barnard with the throw-in for Maidenhead. Loses it. Moore up to Green Birch. All alone on the right. Green Birch. Dukes one. Rawson. Nice goal. This was very nice. And we've moved up to second spot. Let me see if I can slow this down a little bit here. Green Birch. And the Maidenhead defenders were just bunching up there. No reason for them to. Rawson with a very nice goal. Okay, you know what? We're going to use our last sub. We're going to bring Morrison on for Wakely. We'll put Upton in the center. Dero with the goal kick. Loses it. Maidenhead lost it, but they got it back. Hyde has it for Maidenhead. Back to Smith to Paxman. Launches a shot, but Wakely's there to Clayton, to Ray, to Moore, to Dawson. Clayton has it, sends it long. Green Birch, all alone. Oh, very nice. This was nice. Clayton has it. Launches it up to Green Birch. Gallela came over but wasn't fast enough. And Durrell was too far left, wasn't on the proper line. Yeah, we're going to proceed with the tactical changes after this. And that puts us in first position. Ray with the kick in. Above the goal. Dawson got a yellow card. 5 minutes down. Durrell with the kick for Maidenhead. Hyde has it, heads it on, but there's no one there. Upton to Dauber, who kicks it, but he kicks it too far. It goes right to Maidenhead. Dean Conta has it to Bernard. He sends it forward, but Morrison intercepts, kicks it up, right back to Bernard. Rawson has it, over to Green Birch, back to Rawson. Centers it in, Moore has it. Green Birch, nice shot. Moore had a shot. It bounced off a Whitehead defender. Green Birch to Rawson. Centers it in. Moore. Oh, Durrell made a nice save. I thought it bounced off another defender, but Durrell saved one. He couldn't save the second Green Birch one. Odom with the free kick. Sent back out. Odom has it again. And he sends it back. And that is the game. Well done, boys. 3 second half goals, 66th, 74th, and 93rd minute to come back for the victory. We are tied with St. Albans. They are ahead on goal differential. Well, that first half was disappointing, to say the least. I'm glad they came back. Now, this is what we're waiting on. Oh, hold on just a second here. You've done brilliant. You need to come back and win. And still, just half the team agrees with me. Well, let's see what's the deal with Tom Ashton. Tom Ashton injured back strain, 4 to 7 weeks. Well, we're going to leave that to the physio. Green Birch had a fabulous day. Well, let's take a look at something here real quick. Ashton's out, which means Rawson is his replacement, which means Dan Smith is the backup. Now, he's a serviceable poacher. I'm trying to get him more games playing right midfielder here. But I've got Odom and Monlewis to cover that. So if he has to, he can go back and play striker for now. I don't think I need to bring anybody in just yet. Hickam Fittis had a couple games last season and was okay. But he's a stopgap more than anything else. Maybe I will see what's out there. I've got a little bit of money to play with. If I can get a striker in on a rotation, that might work. We'll have to see who's available. But, as I mentioned before, we are tied for first place behind St. Albans City. They are ahead on goal differential. That 5-0 first game they had is the difference. Who did they draw to? Woking. Good for Woking. Well, the injury bugaboo was the one thing I was worried about. And Tom Ashton is the one player whose loss will probably be felt more than anyone else's. Green Birch got Player of the Month. I won a monthly accolade, Coach of the Month, as it were. I don't remember getting a lot of these last season, but then again, I wasn't really paying attention to that. I think what we are going to do is come back for our second qualifying round game in the FA Cup. I don't know who we're playing yet, but we'll come back for that. And Woking. We'll do a back-to-back live comm. Well, we've gotten off to a fast start, which I expected. I've got a solid squad this year. The people I've brought in have filled in quite nicely. My backups have done a very credible job. The times I've asked them to come in and play. The only thing I was worried about this season was going to be injuries, because I have a smaller than usual squad. Tom Ashton going out for an extended amount of time doesn't bother me so much. Rawson is a decent backup, and there are other options out there for me. It just depends how much I'm willing to pay for them to come in. I'm not too worried about that. If the injuries do start piling up, then that's going to be something to worry about, especially as we're cutting it close on our salary budget as it stands. I think we're going to be okay for the short term. I think we're going to be okay for the long term. It's what happens in between that kind of has me worried. But the only thing we can do is forge on, play the games that are put in front of us, and do our best to come out on top. As always, if you've liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm working on getting more FM content up on a regular basis. Questions, comments, criticisms, leave them down below. I do my best to answer any and all. My name is FM Jellicoe, and I thank you for watching.